social online classes. Okay, now we are in the second lesson of history, the world between the two world wars. Okay, so last class we discussed about the crash of stock market in USA and how it's reflected the other countries' economy that we learned. Okay, today we'll move to the next topic, the rise of fascism and Nazism. Okay, the fascism and Nazism, the two important dictatorship administration, it emerged simultaneously and fell simultaneously. Okay, on both also they have built a nation in a perfect manner. Even though it's a dictator's administration, but the two also focused the country's welfare. Okay, and also they rebuilt the country and rebuilt the economy. Okay, so this happened during the time of the war between the two world wars. Okay, we'll see about fascism first. Okay, you see the impact of war in Italy. Initially, the World War I time, the primary task of Italy, that is, they are keeping the Austrian occupied portions with themselves, and at the same time you can see the enemies like USA, France, England. They trying to defeat the Germany because the Germany is one of the friendly nation of Italy. Okay, so they plan to defeat the Germany during the same time. So that time, at the end of the war time, you can see the Italy they sharing the spoils, which means they did not get much of the thing what she expected. Okay, so she expected something, there more money or more land, something she expected, but unfortunately, in end of the war, the Italy did not gain a lot. So, because of that, the economy of Italy, shaken immediately end of the First World War. So we know very well because of the Treaty of Versailles, Germany, they faced many economic crises because Germany is a loser nation and she is the head of the loser nation side. So the Germany faced many problems. At the same time, like Germany, Italy also faced plenty of things, especially the economic thing. It's totally disturbed because of the First World War. So immediately they need to reconstruct their economy. That's the situation in end of the First World War. Okay, you see the emergence of Mussolini. Who called as Mussolini? So Mussolini is a dictator of Italy. Okay, so earlier time, the Mussolini you can see, he is just an elementary school teacher. Okay, his father is a blacksmith, and he graduated, and then he will become a elementary school teacher. Then he started edited the newspaper. The newspaper called as Avanti. In that newspaper, he will become an editor. So at the time only he entered into the political side. Okay, so in this view, the political matters and everything he discussed. Okay, so in the election of 1919, so the war ended in 1918. The election conducted in Italy in the year of 1919. So in that election, you can see most of the socialist view to follow the Bolshevism. So what is the Bolshevism? The Bolshevism, that is a communism in Russia, Soviet Russia. Okay, so communism in Soviet Russia we called as a Bolshevism. I think last class you learned about it. The Bolsheviks party led by Lenin, and he won the election and started a party, the Bolsheviks, it became a communist. Likewise, we learned in last class the same thing, the Bolshevism, that is a communism of Russia, Soviet Russia. This, a thing they followed in Italy. Okay, so that time they need to rebuild the country within a proper manner. That's the expectation of the people. Okay, so the same here you can see the Mussolini will become an editor of newspaper and his political view is good. At the same time, he is a excellent speaker. Okay, his attractive speaking, he attracted many people so that he can easily acquire the many people's support. So, in the in the year of 1919, the fascist party was started. So immediately the Mussolini joined in the fascist party in the year of 1919. 1919 here, in the fascist party he joined. Then what happened in the October 1992? So 1990 to 1922, only 3 years of time. During the time of this 3 years, many meetings he conducted and many of the people he was attracted. So who are the people they attracted? Now all the people from all the sides. You see the nationalist, ex-army people, especially the youth people, they attracted and joined the fascist party. So that's why fascism means that is a bundle. Fascist means bundle. Bundle means it's like a collective things. Likewise, the collective youth people called as fascism. That's the fascist party. So who bring all these youth people to the party? Now that is Mussolini. That's why in later days he will become a leader and he will become a dictator of Italy. Okay, so what happened in 1922 in October? His political view and everything, based on to capture the power of Italy, so that there is a confusion in the ruling party, which means the ministry was collapsed or something. It's shaken. Their administration. At the particular time, he need to show the power against the ruling party. He conducted a march to Rome. Rome is the capital of Italy. So he marched to Rome. What for he marched to Rome now? To show the power. So the bundle of and the group of youth people in the party. So that much of the group of people marched to Rome. These things, it clearly proven the power of Mussolini. Okay, at the time, the king called as Victor Emmanuel III, and he is speechless because he saw the huge force of the Hitler. He did not, against him. He invited the Mussolini and gave the post to him. Okay, the kingship to Mussolini. So the fascist party they started under Mussolini right from the 1922 without any bloodshed. He did not made a war against anybody or did not taking violence against the ruling party. Automatically he captured the power from the Victor Emmanuel III. Okay, and then what are the thing happened during the ruling of Mussolini, the fascist under Mussolini, especially in the year of 1924 elections, with the compulsion of the voters. The 65% of the vote belongs to the fascist party. Mostly, this everything by force. They are not voluntarily voted or something, but they need to vote to the fascist party. So 65% vote they received. So 65 means it's more than half. So surely they will become a ruling party likewise. So that time, Matteotti, he is a socialist. He is a famous person that time. He was asked the question to the fairness of election. It's conducted properly or not, like that. He raised his voice so that he was murdered. Okay, so when he was murdered, other party members, they are taking as an important matter about this Matteotti murder, and they have started to opposing the fascist party. They are conducting strike, burn the hartal, like plenty of things. So, what the action of Mussolini that time? Immediately they need to stop this revolt or stop the criticism against the opposite parties. So immediately they banned all the opposite parties. Only one party, that is fascist party. So they are the press and all, they are writing against the ruling party, so that they press also they banned that time or restricted that time. Only the approval of fascist only the writings of fascists can be published in the newspaper or something like that. The press also restricted, so that after 1924 you can see he is openly without any struggle or without any opposition, he started his administration as the name of Deuce. What is meant by Deuce? No? It's a leader. Okay, so his followers called as Deuce. Okay, so in 1938, so that is the end of the his administration career. In 1945 he was died, but 1938 almost you can see he reached the Second World War time. Okay, 1938 time almost all the the opposite countries, they started to crushing the Italy. So that time only he mingled with the one more dictator, that is Hitler. Even that happened in earlier days itself, because both also that's administration is same time. Either it's a fascism or a Nazism, both also like a dictator's administration. So both the people they accepted, they are helping each other. Okay. Finally, you can see the Mussolini pact with Pope. So you know very well, the Pope is an administration, of some particular place, administrated the particular place. We call it as the Pope is a religious head. Okay, so in earlier days of 18th century or 17th century, that time you can see the Pope role is very important in a country. Okay, this is not an issue for suddenly happened during the First World War or something. It was in the earlier days itself. So the king and the pope, the problem was arisen in earlier days itself. So how it stopped? That's the pact signed between the Mussolini and Pope. That's called as the Lateran Treaty. It was signed in the year of 1929. So what was the Lateran Treaty? The Pope recognized the administration of Mussolini in Italy. At the same time, Mussolini recognized the Vatican City, that is the independent nation for Pope, which means the Christianity. So that's why now we are seeing the Vatican City. That is the only smaller places, but it recognition given as a country. That's why nowadays it called as the smallest nation in the world. Because the particular thing it is signed in the time of Mussolini's period, that's why it was a Lateran Treaty. Okay, and finally, Italy during the Great Depression, we know very well, Great Depression, what happened in the European countries, especially we saw the victorious nations like England, France. Just see what happened in the loser nations like Germany, Italy. So Italy, you can see the more unemployment problem, even though he started his administration with a very perfect manner. Okay, not only in the industrialized side, you can see the welfare of the laborers, you can see the agricultural improvement, everything he made. But there is main problem, the unemployment problem, he never cleared in the Italy, that was continued for a longer days. In 1935, he wanted to change the people's view, because most of the people, if they are looking only the it's unemployment problem or a problem created by the fascists, that only their main focus of the people. So he need to divert the people's mind. He invaded Ethiopia in the year of 1935. So this Ethiopian invade, it changed the people's view. So the people started to asking some other questions or else some benefit also the Italy they got because of the Ethiopian invade. And finally, we also already saw the common cause with the Hitler, and both the fascism and Nazism, they promised to help each other when they required or when the country is really in difficult situation. So that both the countries, they helped each other. Both the Mussolini and Hitler helped each other during the time of Second World War. Okay, so we'll move to the next topic in next class. Thank you.